Hi, my name is Taylor, and I'm in the Gender and Sexualities class for spring 2015. Um, so I wanted to talk about being a trans woman and some little microaggressions that I've experienced. I'm lucky enough to where I haven't experienced outright, like, like abuse or discrimination for being trans. Like, I'm really grateful for that, but I have dealt with something that almost every other trans person I've known has dealt with, and you guys have probably heard it a billion times. Where, okay, so I was outside a doctor's office, and this person came up to me, and they were like, oh, hey, and then, we're making like a little bit of small talk real quick, and first, very respectfully, they were like, oh, hey, I was just curious if you're like a boy or a girl. And I was like, oh, I'm a trans girl. Like, I like felt that it was okay to just bring it up because I'm generally an open person. But right away, they like instantly are like, oh, okay. And then they'll be like, oh, so do you have your penis still? Like, this is like a small talk with somebody I've never talked to before, and it's like the moment you talk about how you're trans, like you become like this spectacle where people just can ask whatever they want, and it's like the weirdest. Don't know where I'm going with this, but it's just something that shouldn't really happen, and I've also experienced this sort of stuff with sex work where just because I'm a sex worker, if somebody asks me about what I do, and I tell them, like, I do camp work, like, I do online sex work, they automatically assume that suddenly it's okay to bring up how often they masturbate and all of their kinkiest fetishes just because I'm a sex worker or just because I'm trans, like, suddenly it's completely okay to talk about whatever because, like, I'm not, like, like, I'm not treated as, like, a regular person or something. But yeah, even though I'm a sex worker, like, I identify as asexual, and so it's very interesting to hear, like, the assumption automatically that all sex workers are, like, freaky nymphos, and that they just, like, want to talk about sex all the time, and that they're suddenly, like, should be treated as, like, somebody who's, like, like literally like an object made for sex. And in reality, like people are able to understand that if you work at McDonald's or like you're a cashier somewhere, your life isn't about burgers or cashiering. Like it's just a job, and people do not understand that sort of stuff, and they don't understand that, like, I'm still a person and I should still be respected. And even though these are two separate stories that I'm talking about, I find that there's a lot of, like, dualities between the two, where, as I was saying before, like, just because I'm, like, transgender, people don't treat me like a person. Well, anyways, I think that's it, and thanks for listening, and I give my permission to have this video posted online as part of the Gender Stories project.